When I started doing judo was basically, I have a 6 years old when my mom decided to put me in karate. So what happened, my uncle, he was confusing and they put me in judo. Basically, when my mom know that I put me in judo, she want to basically kill my uncle. But most of the time, at the end, the thing happened for a reason. I think that judo gave me everything in my life. Judo basically changed the way I used to be, changed my life to be, to treat the people, to speak to people, to be smart, to play with the people, to support somebody. Judo gave me that. I just feel glad that my uncle decided, or confusing, to put in judo. That basically one of the I don't take that decision because I never saw judo before in my life. My first time when I saw judo, that my first time I stayed in this sport. Basically, um, every name in Japanese language have a meaning. When that have a meaning, if you listen the words, you have a better understanding about how each part of the name of the throw that giving to you better understanding to be in order to perform on that throw, in order to basically to do it better. We're talking about when you listen the word gari, when you listen the word gaki, when you listen the word ogochi, when you listen the word nage, when you listen the word otochi. All those words have a different meaning that are going to help you to understand better how you can do the throw and finish the throw, and which part of your body you have to use to do all those type of throw, because it's really confusing when you not speak Japanese. But if you just listen the word, if you have the meaning of the word in each technique, it's going to be better if you do the throws. When I start basically compete, it was from the beginning where I do judo. Basically, in Cuba, I'm from Cuba. In Cuba, there are really strict about the Cuban judo school. Past all those 2 years when I was a kid, they have a lot of requirement to compete. Until I started doing international competition, basically I'm 16 years old. When I was 16 years old, I was my first uh, young man, and I beat that. That when I gave me when I saw that, because we are really restricting Cuba. When I first go outside Cuba and see the many possibility that judo gave me, I cannot giving turn back to judo. Judo give me that. I take advantage really about that, and that gave me another view. Of I can perform my basically my judo. Competing international is something that push me and the point that I can see all the through year that I can practice, that I can be better and better, because take time to be better. But when I get in 70 years old, the first time when I go outside Cuba, that pushed me hard. I can see the all possibility what I have to push myself in the better place, in the better position to do the whole year where I practice judo. My coach told me to, you can do that. I always believe in my coaches because they see something on me. I can say when I was a kid or when I was young in judo, I now wasn't good. I lost a lot, I cry a lot. I have a lot of advice from my coaching, a lot of advice from my moms and my family support me until I get international. That was 17 years. Basically, you see, I started judo 6 years old. Probably 11 years after that is when I see the real result. Judo take time, even Jiu Jitsu take time. Any sport that you have to go better, you have to pass through those years in order to be international level that you want to be. That basically my understanding about that all those years, all the tournament what I do in my young age, when I go in the Olympic Training Center in Cuba, it was that was my goal. Is I'm start see my goal in that point. When I was in the Olympic game, that was the first time I was in Barcelona. I have 21 years old. That was huge for me. But of course, before The Olympic, I have probably from 88. I haven't basically 5 years where I had to perform. My 5 years competing, 5 years crying, 5 years sacrifice that I had to basically, I had to do many things to and pass through many things to order to get in the Olympic. Once you go in the Olympic, is I always learned that in Olympic, everybody have 4 years to prepare to be in the Olympic. The medals in the Olympic setting for everybody. It's not going to the Olympic because this something that happened by chance that you have Olympic medals. You have Olympic medal because you work really hard. In that day, everything had to be perfect. Being the Olympic is something that you have to. This day you're going to compete. Everything had to be perfect. You have to sleep good. You have to have 5 years or 4 years before the Olympic. The hard training. You have to listen to your coach. You have to listen to your own yourself. And you have to believe in everything that you do. That point to be in the Olympics, different experience, different experience. But I say, the more important thing for me is how I pass those experience for the people around me. It's not only have that Olympic medal in my chest. My Olympic medal is teaching all the experience for my kids, my friends, my family, for people around me. How I had to do all those years before the Olympic to get the Olympic medals. That's more. It's more grateful for me. One of the tips that what I can give it to you about the avoid the frustration is you have to learn. You have to be patient. You have to pass for the path of mastery. Everything in your life, you have to pass for that process. Process to master is something, even in your relationship, even in your house, even in your school, even in anything in your life, you have to pass for the experience. You have to go forward, go backward, until you go better. One of the tips that I had to show the people, you have to understand, Judo, Jiu Jitsu is not sport that you start today and tomorrow you can be better. It's sport that take time. Basically, you need at least 3-4 years to go to start see the best result. What I'm going to do that you have to learn the basics, learn the grip, learn break forward, learn the movement, learn the technique, learn every single and basic step. If you will see at the end, better result. Because every sport you have to learn, even when you go to school, until you get to do algebra, you have to learn 1 + 1, 1 - 1, 1 times 1, 1 divided by 1. You have to go all those three paths until you get into algebra. And when you go on that thing, when you go to the kindergarten, to the university, you have to pass all through those paths. The same thing happens for sport. Same thing happens for judo. You have to start for the ABC. You have to pass all the simple things. Don't be frustrated. When you get frustration, think about that is the process to master something. Go to your coach. Believe in your coach. Don't go to your home with question in your mind. Every single question, ask your coach. Every single question, find information. Go to Jiu Jitsupedia, find information there. Go to soccerjudo.com, find information. Go to the best result that you have, the best result when you have resources, when you have in your hand, that what you have to find. Find the perfect result, find answer for your question. That's what I think. But be frustrated, it's not the best way to perform at any sport. What you have to do is you have to accept that you don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know anything. What we have to understand is every day you have to learn something. Every day is the new day to learn. Every day you go better and better until your performance, all those questions, also doubt, what you have is good for you. I say something, I learned something from somebody that say, doubt from your doubt, but don't doubt about your faith. Your faith is just believe in the thing that you can do every day. Don't doubt about the thing that you do. One of the tips what I can give it to you to avoid frustration in judo, I don't want to say just judo, any sport. You have to understand something. You have to pass for the mastery of the sport. Some sport have short life that you can basically start today and tomorrow you can do something. But judo and jiu-jitsu is sport that need time. One thing that you have to do is first thing you have to learn the basic thing. You have to learn grip. You have to learn your posture. You have to learn your movement. You have to learn every basic thing until you progress to another level. At that point, that when you master those basic things, you're going to be available to do everything. Believe in your coach. When they teaching you, don't be frustrated. You have to basically some simple thing what I can do. You have simple throws that you have to learn. You cannot be to try to do fancy throw where the black belt do it. You have to do the white belt throw. There's nothing what you have to understand. One of the thing that I suggest to everybody about to avoid the frustration, you have to understand you have to pass for the throw, for the path of the mastery. Mastery take time. You have to suffer. Nothing happens for by chance. You all the time have to learn something new every single day. That's in that way. What I suggest for my coach, my kids, the coach around me, I say teaching in the right way. Teach the basic thing with each level requirement. Teach all the simple thing until you see your athlete, your group, your student get better. You can go more to different level. You see they're not going to frustrate it. With being frustration, ask your coach. Go to Jiu Jitsupedia every day. You can find a bunch of questions over it. Every doubt you have, go to Jiu Jitsupedia. You can go to SocaJudo.com. You got a lot of resources to find questions. Don't go to your home to all those answers you have or those questions. Find the answer you have. You can go Jiu Jitsupedia. You can go SocaJudo.com. You can go to YouTube. Many ways you can go book information that are going to support and help you understand all those questions. One person where I know, he always say that don't doubt about sport. Doubt about your doubt. Don't doubt about your faith. Faith is something that you have to understand to do better. When you have faith, you have the truth in you. You can find, you have your coaches, you have all those kind of things where I mentioned before, basically in order to not be frustrated. Being frustration is not the best way. Everybody has frustration. But you have frustration when you don't find the answer. It's something where you have to understand. Uh, Now, basically, after 2008, when I finished coaching the U.S. judo team, basically the female weight, I was in the Olympic. Something happened to me. Something what I saw in that level, in the Olympic level, I see something good. But what I see in me that I had to go to the low level, I had to go to the kids. I had to go to the young and low level to teach something what I need. Now, when I decide that, I decide to open my own school. I'm living right now in Temecula, California. I have my own private school. The name is Soca Judo. You can go to SocaJudo.com. You can contact me to iswire.com. You can contact me, or you can go SocaJudo.com. You can find the email over there, or you can just call at 951-699-9969. That's my contact number. You can do that. I'm involved about that because I know that judo came from jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is involved with judo now. That's something that we do the sport. All we have to consider as a family. Any of those sport, one is better than other one. We have to get married those sport. We cannot divorce those sport. That's something where we have to learn. Us as a family, judo, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, MMA, fighting, you have to grow together. We need each other. We cannot be any sport. Any sport is better than other. All the sport have the rule, different kind of competition. That's what we have to understand. You can contact me. I'm available to do clinic for wrestling, for judo. I'm available to do clinic for jiu-jitsu. Just contact me. If you see that video, make sure that you do the right things. Learning every day, believe in your coach, believe in the place that you are, try to be good, and make sure that all the sport is the best way to do in your life. This is what you have to do.